Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iAllegedly, and got a good one for you today because I am at the infamous wedge right now, and there is no waves, none, no waves at all. We have been under a high surf advisory for a week, and everything just stopped today. It's kind of weird. Everything's blown out. It was super windy earlier, but it's crazy. So I thought you guys would come down here. Everybody kept saying, go to the wedge. The waves are going to be huge. They're not. There's nothing here. Okay? You could actually swim out here today. It's actually that safe. We're going to do something we haven't done in a while, and that's kind of a mailbag. We're going to get the stories from you guys. Instead of me generating the stories, it's going to be from all your emails. And because I've been so sidetracked lately, there are a ton of these. And before I get into it, please take a second. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. I love the emails, guys. I've been so sidetracked. With everything that's been going on, I've, had to sit down. I spent hours yesterday going through thousands of emails right now. I do my best to read these myself. And yes, I have a team, and they send me stuff in particular and highlight stuff. But I do everything I can to read this stuff directly for you. So let's get into it, okay? And I'm just going to walk down the coast here. It's nice. We had a huge storm last night. It literally rained all night and then just stopped. So I love all the contributors. I have people that are so smart. Don, Dr. Marvin, Al from Princeton, all these great people, Faith, everybody else, Dumpy, all these people that contribute. And please, if I didn't mention your name, doesn't mean you're not important. You guys write me all the time, and I love the stuff you send me. But today I really thought that there's so much good content. Let's get into this as I try to avoid the water here. First thing is from L, who sent me a couple things. Again, brilliant people, successful, just every type of industry you can imagine, okay? But L sent me a great story about Virgin Bank, Virgin Money, how these guys are not paying their bills. Richard Branson, they went from net 30 and all their bills to net whenever they want. And they're not doing this. And this is a sign, guys. It doesn't matter where you're at in the world. You can be told anything you want. The truth is that everybody is having a problem right now. Things are not the way that they appear. It's just that simple. And Virgin Bank is not paying their bills on time right now. So that's shocking. Okay, that's the first one. Next one is, Laura. Laura sent me Ames store. Ames is a department store that is doing something good. You guys, you never send any good stories, Dan. Well, they're going to reopen in the Connecticut area, and they're starting with 3 more stores, which you never see right now. You don't see expansion. You see everything closing, Macy's, everybody else. Oh, people have written me about the Tesla. Some people really love the Tesla. Some people are upset. The greatest story was people that bought the Tesla, and then Elon Musk said, hey, let's reduce the price by $13,000, and people are upset. Well, negotiation 101, guys, you paid too much for the car, and that's the way it is. Rich in Omaha, Nebraska, loves his Tesla, lives in an apartment and says, Dan, it's the greatest car, all these assets that he loves about it. He gave me a laundry list, and he thought it was great. One other person wrote about that too, but the people that bought the cars and it went down in price, get ready, guys. You're going to see that. Remember this in negotiating. Everybody, if you're trying to get money out of somebody, hey, my goal is $5,000. If that's the number that you want, no, you start higher, guys, always. And if you never want to pay what you want to pay. So for you to pay too much for your Tesla, that's 100% on you. You can complain all you want, and that's on you. Max sent me a great place to walk around, and I'm going to check that out this week in Irvine if the weather permits. Portillo's, the great hot dog place, which I should go there and eat lunch there today because this place is so amazing. From Chicago. Guess what, guys? No more cash in the drive-thru. And here's the reason for this. No more cash at Portillo's drive-thru. This is insanity because of crime. Because if you're in that line and you're stuck there and your car number 6 of 42, you're an easy target to get robbed. So they're not going to accept cash at Portillo's anymore. Guys, that's Looneyville, okay? That's how bad Chicago is. By the way, no one should live in Illinois right now. Seriously, all the crime and everything that's happening, and it's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So you're taking your matters into your own hands there. One thing I hear a lot about from people is cryptocurrency and how wrong I am about it. Allison, with a Y, sent me the breakdown of her crypto portfolio, which I thought was really cool, but she also broke down what crypto is and what Bitcoin is. It's a means of an exchange. It's not a currency. And it was really brilliant the way she did this. But take a look at some of the stuff she shared. All the stories, guys, that these people, if they sent me an email link, it's there. It's down here. If they sent me an image, it's going to be on the video today. But I really appreciate this because, hey, here's what I'm into this for. And I really think that this is the safe haven. So let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. You know, in 2023, you have to make changes right now. You've got to look at alternatives. And the best thing that you can do is get a hedge for your money. And that hedge is a metals 401k or IRA that's backed by gold or silver. The best place to do that, Patriot Gold Group. If you call 888-330-1431 today, you can get yourself an IRA or 401k investor guide, and they will show you how to transfer your existing 401k or start a new one. There's absolutely no obligation, but they are the #1 rated IRA and 401k for the last 6 years in a row through Consumer Affairs. Look at what all the countries are doing right now. Look at what all the billionaires are doing. They are buying gold. They are hedging their bets against what could possibly happen with the ridiculous Fed and how we are left on our own to invest on our own, to research on our own, and you should look at an IRA or 401k that's backed by precious metals from Patriot Gold. Call them today. Let them know that I allegedly sent you. 888-330-1431. Get your free investor guide today. It's absolutely no obligation, but they can answer all your questions. Good luck to you guys. Amy sent me a copy of her electric bill, and the electric bill doubled last month without any excessive usage, without changing anything, just the electric bill, okay? Still has to heat her house with natural gas, so the electric bill doubles for no particular reason to $324. Again, a criminal act, guys. It is absolutely ridiculous that you're paying more for energy, because where does this money come from if you don't have it? And the average family that's spending thousands of dollars more a year just to get by is outrageous. Kyle sent me more information on Bitcoin as well, how it's in a medium of an exchange. And again, a lot of smart people, you know, a lot of you naysayers, and you're an idiot. It's the greatest hedge against everything. Great. I give Kyle credit, you know, and Allison with a Y credit, because they showed me what they thought about Bitcoin, their investments, and what it means to them and why they're in it. So that's great, okay? Let's see, what else? Speaking of energy, David is a subscriber who has a natural gas car, and it's been incredibly inexpensive to use the natural gas car, where he would pay per gallon of natural gas. I've seen rates that he sent me over as low as $1.64. Not anymore, guys. It shot up to $2 a gallon, and this week it shot to $6 a gallon for natural gas. And he's telling me that there's places in Riverside County that are now getting $9 a gallon for natural gas. How is that competitive? Now think of this. A lot of these county vehicles, a lot of the gas companies' vehicles are, you know, powered by compressed natural gas. So, you know, you can sit there and say, oh, it's based on what you have in the ground and the new replacement costs and all this stuff. It's still a criminal act, guys, that we're going to see natural gas go up. What I am most upset about is people with low incomes, people that are in fixed incomes, older people. That's what you got to do. You want to do something good in this world? It's not writing a check. It's checking on people that you know. Making sure that you know that people that are on a fixed income or don't have a lot of money, make sure their house is heated right now. Make sure that they have a way of surviving through this, because Yeah, this is not the norm. Okay, I get it. Okay, and we had 2 days of rain in a row. Ooh, that's terrible. But there are people out there that are going to freeze to death. And if you could do something about that, you'd feel terrible if you could have just checked on them and made sure that they were okay. So do your part when it comes to that stuff. Brian with a Y brought up a great website about layoffs. It's layoffs.fyi. And this is basically a tech site that shows you who's laying off who. Again, the link will be below, but thank you, Brian. That's really cool stuff. I get a lot of ammo from people that send me things and get me news sources and things like that that I wouldn't have, because there are times people will send me a rumor, hey, this is what I hear is happening, and Virgin Bank isn't paying on time. And there's a great way to check this out, because you start to see people get stories and write stories, and why are they not paying their bills? Remember, the banks are making more money than ever, supposedly, and they're doing us a favor by being in business. But you're seeing more and more of these banks that just don't have tellers. They don't want to be open. They don't want to serve us. They want us to, to thank them. Siglinde sent me great stories about Walmart. And here's something that you should look at. You should always look at your credit card statements. Every month, you should open them up. You should make sure, because Walmart had a glitch where on a particular day, it charged everybody twice for something. Now, I didn't buy anything from Walmart last month because I checked with my credit cards or my Walmart card or anything like that. But you need to check things like this, because Walmart apologizes for this. How many of you paid the double bill? How many of you paid your credit card statement from Walmart already and realized that you got charged twice? You need to look at this. So thank you, Siglinde, for that one, because that's solid gold. Somebody sent this one without a name on it, and it's permanent camping. There's a guy named Brad Goss who writes children's books that are outrageous, and one of them is, Mom and Dad lied to us because we're not camping, we're homeless, which I always thought was funny. And there's more permanent campers here in Southern California than ever. More people can't afford rent, so they pack the kids up, they go to the campground, and they stay there permanently. Okay? Permanent camping vacation. That's sad, and it's also tragic at the same time. Martha sent me a great story about Pete's Coffee, the coffee shop. They just closed 2 locations, Costa Mesa and Huntington Beach. The Seal Beach location is on the brink. If you guys have a Pete's Coffee near you, you're going to see more and more places like this go out of business. People don't want $5 and $6 coffees. And the problem with it is that these locations are having trouble staffing. Phil's Coffee in Huntington Beach, I hear, is closing. I mean, all these places are not doing well right now, guys. So share your thoughts on this stuff. You see it near you. They have less and less services. There's coffee places that won't even have internet anymore, which is why you sit there. You sit there and drink coffee, have a Danish, do your work. Well, if you can't do your work there, what are you doing there? Okay, you need cheaper coffee someplace else. Do you guys have Cars for Kids? Cars is spelled with a K. It's a donation site where you can drop your car off. Well, Cars for Kids is getting a little more bolden right now, to say the least. You can donate your house. And I'm not kidding you. Sean sent me this one. Do you have an extra house that you'd like to donate? Oh, yeah. That the place in Orange is such a headache. Let's just give it away. So you can donate your house to Cars for Kids. Cars for Kids with a K. But, Sean sent me over the ad for that. That's insane, guys. It's absolutely insane. There's better things to do with your house than donate it, personally. That's just me. Van sent over an ad for DFW. Now, this is the biggest one yet, okay? $80,000 in discounts, guys, to close in a DFW home. You're going to start to see lunacy, guys. You're going to start to see $100,000 discounts. You're going to start to see things like that. We're at 80 grand right now in discounts to close escrow on a DFW house. Hello. Hello. Everything points to a massive real estate downturn, unlike anything that we've seen. I've got so much to cover this week on the finances, on banking, on everything. It's going to be unbelievable. When was the last time you looked at your bank and said, hey, how much dough can I get out of the bank in one day. Well, Ruth sent me a great story, and the story is this: Spire Credit Union, the maximum withdrawal per day is $2,000. Guys, it's done. How do you sit there, hey, I just found a car I need to buy, and it's $9 grand. How do you do that? Well, wait 5 days and you'll have enough cash to go buy that car. No, $2,000 a day is the most that you can take out of Spire Credit Union. So that's lunacy, guys. That is the end of it all when you cannot get your cash out of your bank. And you should have multiple banks. We've talked about this time and again. You need to have cash in your house. Now, again, if you are on a fixed income, think about this right now. If you could not get to your bank or your online banking for a week, 2 weeks, whatever, what are you going to do? You're going to see these banks close. These banks have a liquidity problem. These banks have lied to us about how much money they make. And now they're going to start talking to you about how things are going to be okay. Jamie Dimon went from, we're going to have a hurricane, to, we're going to work through this storm. Oh, okay. Remember that, guys. Remember that, when they shut the banks off. So we're going to cover a lot of that this week as well. Pat sent me a great story on crime mapping. There are maps to show you where you put in your address and it will tell you the crime in your neighborhood. Oh, wow, that's great. Hey, oh, wow, that much armed robbery? Okay, crazy, guys. But thank you, guys. Again, all these stories, the time, the effort. I know I've been a little lax the last couple weeks, getting kind of sidetracked, you know what I mean? So, think about this number that's absolutely staggering. McDonald's is going to lay off 200,000 executives. It's kind of funny, McDonald's and executives, those two words together are kind of ridiculous. 200,000 of them, though. Hello. That should be, it should be breaking news that that's all we hear about, but don't worry about it. BJ got his homeowner's insurance, and this is what everybody's saying. No claim. Nothing wrong with his neighborhood. Nothing going on. He's not in a fire zone, flood zone, or anything. It's just you get to pay 3 times the amount that you did last year. Because you're BJ, okay? Which is criminality from the insurance companies. So where do you draw the line with this stuff, guys? Because, you know, it gets to be too much. Anything you want to share with me, I will do what I can. The more details, the better. If you just send over a link to something, it doesn't get the attention as to a simple explanation of what people are opening and things like that, okay? Wallace sent over a great story about Bank of America starting to list locations for sale. But they're going to keep the ATM there. So you won't have a branch in Desert Hot Springs because the building's for sale, but you're going to be able to use the ATM there. And again, you'll be able to get cash, and they're going to limit the amount of cash that you can get, but there's no branch or anybody to talk to. Now, Desert Hot Springs, you know, going towards Palm Desert, left hand, up the hill. The city was really run down. Then it's gotten to the weed business, and you have a ton of cannabis farms and cannabis cultivation and weed stores and things like that there. But still, it's having issues because it's not the cash crop that everybody thought it was going to be. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Just some of the highlights. If you weren't read, you weren't mentioned, doesn't mean you weren't important. Some people send me stuff without a name. Okay, I do the best I can to cover it all. I appreciate each and every one of you. You mass contributors that send me all the stuff. Every day I look forward to this stuff. Final thing is, there's a woman, now think about this one. She was doing accounting for a business, and they didn't think that she was doing that much work, so they put tracking software on her computer, and when she quit, she got sued by the company and said, you didn't work nearly as much as you said you did because we put tracking software and you owe us over $2,000. They sued her and they won. So Big Brother's out there, guys. Big Brother's going to be watching us more often and more than ever, okay? So I'm going to show you guys something too. I covered this about 2-3 months ago of the most expensive house per square foot here in Orange County. It's the place on the end right there, okay? $36 million. you know, over $2,000 a square. It's not the most expensive house. It's the most expensive house per square foot. But again, not an ounce of privacy. Dan, the mook, walking by with his phone in front of your $36 million house. You're going to start to see things like this go on sale like you've never seen in your lives. Take a look at the sponsor, Patriot Gold. They're a good group of people. Don't forget to hit the like button. Please do not forget to stop with the emails. There's so much happening. We got so many cool things happening. I'm thinking about having a birthday party in February that you guys would be invited to, which would be freaking awesome. And just trying to figure all that stuff out right now. So onward and upward, guys. I will see you guys very soon.